Hey guys, this is Camford15. I am back at it with another video for you guys. And we are back with some more Quintessential Quintuplets Season 2. And it was a really good episode. This episode focused on Yotsuba the most, but at the same time also had a little bit of focus to Futuro as well as the other, side plots between all the sisters having a thing for him. Now, one quick mention, I tried not to look at the comments on Verve because some people are just gonna post the spoilers to what the ending is. I do know apparently the Quintessential Quintuplets ending is not what people like or from the manga. Again, do not post that in the comment section if you have read the manga and know what the ending is, because I don't want to know the ending. I saw one thing in the comment section on Verve, the fact that apparently it seems like they cut some things out from the manga. It doesn't really bother me, but I haven't read the manga. I would probably have to, after this series in the anime version concludes, I would probably have to go back and reread every chapter of the manga to see what they missed out compared to the anime, everything. But this was kind of an episode, kind of now having the butting head rivalries with the sisters going at it. I'm guessing now we can say both Itsuki and Yotsuba are starting, if not have feelings for our boy Futuro right now. So let's get into this episode, because this is the second. No. We're almost. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. What am I freaking doing? Yeah, I think we got 2 more episodes left of the season, which, the next 2 episodes are, I think, going to be a 2-parter because they're titled The Sisters Wars, Part 1 and Part 2. So I think those are the 2 last episodes of this season. And I'm guessing we'll probably more than definitely get a Season 3. I think we're going to get a Season 3. Typically for these romance harem, I guess, romance shows, sometimes they keep it going. I think the people who do, I don't know the studio who does Quintessential Quintuplets, but I think they're going to do a 3rd season. Now, will the 3rd season be the final season? I don't know, based on how much content in the manga we have left. I don't know how much content we have left. If you want to put in the comment section how much content the manga or the anime still has to adapt to the manga, put that in the comment section. That's fine. Again, do not spoil the things. But I do believe we're going to get a Season 3, because I think this is a very liked series in the community. Anyways, this is Quintessential Quintuplets Season 2, Episode 10 review. We start off the episode essentially with this bathroom. My goodness. This bathroom scene where this dude... well, not this bathroom, this freaking restroom thing. What am I saying? I'm all sorts of messed up in the head today. And you have this guy, Takeda Yusuke, start mocking Futuro because it's like, oh, look at you. I'm at the top of my class, and, you are freaking struggling to even make it, at the top of the class. And essentially, Futuro's like, bruh, who the hell are you? And stuff like that. And he's like, whoa. We later find out he has, him and his father and the Quintuplets' father know each other, so they're kind of buddy. But later in the episode, we see them in the car together in the same limo and stuff like that. Eventually, what happens is when Futuro goes to the tutoring session with the Quintuplets, which they're holding at the library, essentially, Yuzuki is like joining them and essentially kind of calls out Futuro. He's like, these freaking girls are holding you back, when it comes to your studying and everything. He's like, you might want to dip and leave on them so you can focus on your studying. And Futuro's like, bruh, it's fine, dude. Even though, at first they were dumb idiots and I didn't like being around them, it's like now I don't mind them being around me, because I guess you can say he doesn't see them as friends, but I think we can all, within a matter of doubt, call the Quintuplets and Futuro as friends, with the exception of a few Quintuplets liking them, but I think now all of them likes him after this episode and stuff like that. And that's when Yuzuki makes a challenge. He's like, how about this? You get in the top 100, for the mock exams. And then that's when Futuro's like, how about this? I'll make the top 10 and still tutor the quintuplets on top of it. So they make the deal, and essentially Futaro, you have this montage where you see Futaro, just dead tired with, he's got like the dead, like shot eyes, where it clearly shows that he's tired. And he's not only tutoring the quintuplets, he's also studying for his own needs. And this whole meantime thing, we see that Ichika wants to give Futaro, are trying to tell the sisters to think up with a present to give Futaro for his birthday, but then that's kind of when she realizes she kind of only wants to give Futaro a present to herself, because the whole thing then now that she's essentially gone crazy. And it's funny because she makes a mention in this episode, she's like, I don't regret what I did from last week. And as much as we can't forget, as much as we want to rag and hate on Ichika for doing what she did, I will say this. I do like the fact that, they made it where her character knows what she did was wrong, but she has no regrets doing it because she wants to have Futaro for herself. Even though it was a dirty, underhanded tactic of hers to do, and she even does she even tries to pull some more dirty, underhanded tactic with Yotsuba and stuff like that later in the episode. Still, it's like, whoa, okay, she's really going for it and stuff like that. Now, the funny thing, when it looks like Miku's gonna pull Futaro over to the side to talk, and it looks like, they both come and like, wait, look, I need to tell you something about that, regarding, stuff. And it looks like Futaro's gonna be like, well, I remember that you told me that Ichika, liked me. But then before Futaro can even say that, Ichika gets into the way and she's like, what are you guys talking about? And then essentially kind of cocks block whatever they were gonna freaking say, or Futaro was gonna say. So he kind of walks up, he's like, it's nothing, so don't worry about it. And stuff like that. Mostly he's gonna walk away because he was told Ichika's feelings for him and stuff like that. Now, this is when Ichika kind of walks away and she's going downstairs. She's like, you know what? Maybe it's not time to give him the present, but you know what? I know it's gonna be like this. And that's when she comes to the idea she's gonna be the only one that wants to give Futaro her present. And that's when she runs into Nino, who's like, has a present, and we later find out that's Nino's present for Futaro, and essentially giving him stress relief candles. I'm like, okay, Nino, she sees that her dude is freaking struggling to study and doing this, and she wants some way to take off the stress off of him. That's a good present for him. But then that's when you have freaking Ichika like, bro, what are you doing? And she's like, and Nino's like, bitch, please. I'm gonna give Futaro my present, and he's gonna love it. And that's when we essentially have Ichika telling Nino that she's in love with Futaro because Nino's like, what's it to you to give him a present? And essentially, and then Ichika's like, well, what's it to you? Or she asks the question, she tells Nino like, what, do you like Futaro or something? And Nino's like, I love him. And then, that's when Ichika's like, well, me too. And then that's when Nino finds out. So now you have a budding heads like now sibling rivalry with Ichika and Nino now because they both love Futaro. And it's so funny because they're going back and forth. They're like, and it's funny because they're walking up the stairs to go to the library and they're like, I'm gonna tell him first. I'm gonna give him my present first. You better get out of my way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these sisters are literally freaking losing their dang minds. They really want Futaro's, you know what? Anyways, again, Nino is definitely cute. I would say what Ichika's doing when she's not doing the dirty, underhanded tactics make me like her a bit more. But yeah. Now, what happens is we cut over to the mock exams and stuff like that. We see the quintuplets' father and Yuzuki in the car, same car with him. He's essentially telling him like, yeah, you can clearly see that the quintuplets are improving, even though it's in their individual like types of subjects that they're doing best in and stuff like that. And then that's when we find out that Futaro, he also beat Yuzuki's little challenge because he got third in the nationals, for national mock exams. Which I'm like, my boy Futaro is smart. That's great. Now, the second half of the episode kind of is revolving around kind of really the Yotsuba function of this whole thing and the aspect of, there's an upcoming school trip for Kyoto and we see a scene between Miku and Yotsuba, and essentially we see Miku eventually make a nice little, I think it's a croissant And she wants to give it to Futaro, and then, she also wants to be in the same grouping as Futaro, just by himself for this, or just by those two self on the trip, so she can spend more time with him and, maybe tell her how she feels about him. For then I'm like, okay. And then obviously Yotsuba, who's like essentially the female class rep of the class, she's like, don't worry, I got you, sis, and stuff like that. So that's when she comes up like, listen, there's gonna be like group systems for this trip, 5 people in a group and stuff like that. So, she's gonna try to hook Miku up, like I guess you could say his sister would do, and trying to hook Futaro and Miku up. But then that's when you have Ichika do this dirty, underhanded tactic by trying to make herself kind of be in the group. And she's like, how about this? You want a favor? How about you, me, and Futaro be in the same group? Because to Ichika, she doesn't know that Yotsuba likes Futaro. Clearly by the end of the episode, we kind of find out that at least the feelings for Futaro with Yotsuba has started to develop and stuff like that. So that's one thing too, which I thought was pretty freaking okay. Yeah, you're trying to underhand your sister Miku again. I'm still waiting for the time when Miku finds out that Ichika's doing all this dirty stuff to do all these things and everything. So the next scene, which kind of revolves around Itsuki, we actually see Itsuki and Futaro during the first half of the episode kind of talk a bit, and he kind of passes out on her. And it looks like Itsuki was willing to tell Futaro something very important, but she's like, I guess it can wait. And then we see later on in the episode, this box of for Itsuki essentially just there. And if you can clearly look in on it, clearly close, you can see the cracks and crevices in the box. That there was the Reina disguise in that everything. You saw the white dress, you saw a sliver of the pink hair, and I think you saw a little bit of the hat, which goes to show that Reina, or Itsuki, was impersonating Reina back, I believe, I think it was episode 3 or 4. So yeah, I'm not shocked that it was her. And then, you have her forget the picture, and Ichika picks it up, and you see the past image of her and Futaro taking a picture together when they were younger. And that's when Ichika's like, oh. So I think we can now say that even though, and I think I can now refute my point, because I think I said it last week, that I don't think Itsuki has feelings. Now, essentially, this somewhat confirms that Itsuki is in love with Futaro too. She just can't express her feelings. I feel like out of all the sisters, she might be between her and Yotsuba, she might be the last one, but we're gonna find out as the weeks progress, and stuff like that. So there you get your confirmation. So for anime only Itsuki fans, there you go, in terms of now you're getting the confirmation that Itsuki has feelings for Futaro with the other sisters. Now, the Yotsuba stuff is what happens is Futaro's little sister comes in and is like, listen, you gotta freaking make it up to the girl that did this thing for you and stuff like that, which was Yotsuba. I forgot what Yotsuba did for him, but essentially he goes over to their place, essentially asks Yotsuba, like, look, what do you want from me, and stuff like that. And she goes around and mentions all the points to all the other sisters' likes and needs and stuff like that, like, simple stuff like Itsuki, her favorite restaurant, movie that stars Ichika. I forgot what the Miku thing was. And then, obviously, she grabs the shirt, and you think it's for her, and, Futaro's like, okay, that's fine. I can go a little bit extra over the budget I have. But then that's when Yotsuba's like, oh, great, Nina's gonna love this, and stuff like that. And that's when Futaro brings up the question, he's like, Yotsuba, I'm doing this for you. What do you want? And stuff like that. And essentially, we get a nice, scene between the two where they're at this playground set, swinging on the swings. I'm standing on it, and they're just swinging back and forth. And essentially, they swing high enough to where they see this nice skyline look where these Japanese houses are at and everything. And eventually, if Yotsuba would jump off, if you were ever a kid, you'd went on the swing set. You would jump off the swing set, even though look at it now, it's kind of dangerous, especially if you jump high in the air. You could probably tear a dam. You could mess up your knee doing that. Hey, I did that too. That was so much fun, going high in the air and then just jumping out of the freaking swing throw. Sometimes I actually ate shit. No lie, had wood chips all up in my face and everything. But that was a nice scene, and you get a wonderful scene, and then eventually you have Futaro who tries to do it, but only his shoe comes off, and literally he's on like it went all around where he's just like, on like a roller coaster or something like that. Again, don't ask me the physics of how he didn't fall the fuck down. It's anime, I know. And essentially, it comes to the point where he goes down and he starts laughing because he's having a good time and everything. It kind of takes I said almost Itsuki, Yotsuba kind of back, and she kind of likes what she's seen. And I think the whole thing is what, Yotsuba really wanted from Futaro is the fact just to see Futaro happy and having a good time and having fun. And also, you can also indirectly say that's when she saw his, happy-go-lucky side when he's having fun. You could say she felt for him, especially when it comes to laughing too. Or, maybe it was also that she wanted to have Futaro laugh. You could say, she's starting to develop feelings for Futaro here, and it's nice to see. But, at the same time, it seems like she more wants to be friends, because she does make a comment saying in this episode, like, next time, let's come back here with everyone. And I'm like, dog, you literally are hanging out with your friend. But hey, the one thing about Yotsuba that I will respect and I will like, she knows that her other sisters like Futaro, and she's not going to do anything to get in the way of that. And she's going to be a respectful sister. She's going to be like, I know my sisters like him, so I'm not going to try to make a move on him. Like, I could have made a move on him any time in the day we hung out, but I'm not going to do that to my sisters. Stuff like that. Anyway, at the end of the episode, it's kind of like the sisters deciding who is gonna go or be in the same group as Futaro. Essentially, Yotsuba makes a thing like, how about all the other sisters except me go with Futaro in a group? But that's when, Nino, one of the funniest things, she's like, oh no, this is not happening. Me and Futaro are going to be in the group together, and none of y'all bitches are going to be in the group with him. It's going to be me because I love him. She's saying this openly to all the sisters, so to make that point that the sisters know, like, I'm not want him to be my boyfriend. And it's funny because she's like, she goes up to Futaro and she's like, what? Are you trying to say you want to pass up a date with me? And now me, I would never pass that up. I would have told my homies, like, hey, Nino likes me. I'm going in the group with Nino. So, don't worry about it. Like they say, bros before, well, I'm guessing this statement would be hoes before bros, but okay. Anyways, it's funny because Futaro's like, bro, calm down. I'm already in a group to begin with. And we find out he's in a group with some other kid and Yuzuki. Again, making more friends with Futaro other than the Quintuplets and stuff like that. And you just have the Quintuplets all sitting together, like, essentially saying, like, bruh, this effing sucks. Why does he have to be with these dudes and stuff like that? Which is very much hilarious. You just have all the sisters looking disappointed and pouted. Yotsuba's the only one like, thank God he's in another group and I don't have to do all this shit. But all the other sisters outside of Yotsuba are like all freaking pissed, like, fucker, I wanted him to be with me. And stuff like that. But I thought this week's episode was very funny, very good. Again, I'm guessing the next episode is titled Sisters War, so we're gonna be seeing, I'm guessing the sisters start butting heads to see who can spend the most time with Futaro. And it's funny too, even in that freaking scene when Nino was going off, she was like, yo, Fu-kun. I'm like, oh, she's giving him the nickname and she's making it all known to the sisters, which is freaking funny. You just have Ichika and Miku like pissed as, they're like pissed off AF, man. They're like, this I'm like, I'm loving this. I'm here for the freaking sister drama. Are we gonna get a sister fight? Hopefully it's not too personal, but again, another very funny episode. Again, I very much enjoyed, this Quintessential Quintuplets. This series, I swear, I feel like the second season is so much better than the first season. But great stuff here. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. So hopefully you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section without putting no spoilers regarding the manga and stuff. What you liked the most about this episode and stuff like that. As well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Quintessential Quintuplets. Like I said earlier, I think we're getting 2 more episodes of this season and then it's done because winter anime of 2021 is wrapping up. So yeah, because we're gonna get into spring anime of 2021. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day and hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.